G'day YouTubers, and thank you for tuning in to today's video on YouTube. It's quite a windy but sunny sort of day, and it's basically like between, well, we are going up towards spring. In fact, we are in spring still. We had a rain yesterday, and it's still pretty much windy. We actually have got about 45 to 50 mile per hour sort of wind speeds at the moment here, and strangely enough, because it's spring, we've actually got a lot of dispersal activity going around here. You know these red things? And there is a crow, you can just see, and it's just perched on a fir tree, and there's a seagull that's basically blustering away. I think it's a lesser blackback. And, of course, yes, although it's been really windy today, it actually feels more like the beginning of autumn. Strange, I don't know why we're getting visions of autumn, even though we are in, let's just say, the middle of March, which is technically a spring month. It's quite unusual to see how the window of weather patterns that just sort of unfold and whatnot. I'm just going to pour the water out, just because we had a lot of wet weather and that sort of thing. Oh my goodness me, look how groggy the rest of the soil is at the moment. I could tell you what, look at that. Just, how am I looking at all of this wet weather? Oh my crockies. That is quite extraordinary, seeing a lot of wet weather, isn't it? Very extraordinary. So let me just go back to what I was saying here, about the complete dispersal of all these red things that have been flying up towards me. I wonder what these red things are. Catkins, these weird red seed dispersal sort of things. I have no idea what these are. We're getting a lot of these things. I think catkins are quite a very big hallmark of spring. You know, once I start to see these things like so, they just sort of crumble apart and disperse what looks like to be, seeds. Okay, very beautiful looking, red looking and yellow looking seeds. And of course, yes, apart from the catkins, let me just kick the tray for a bit. Oh, just a little bit more. There you go, bit better, isn't it? So I've just kicked that tray. That's a much better viewpoint. Much better. And I've still got seeds right over my hands. That's quite interesting. Yes, we did come up from a very volatile weather, how windy it was at the moment. I think up north, I think here in the UK at the moment, I think where I am at the moment, I think it's Birmingham. And apparently, yes, before I should probably talk about the weather outside, what is nasty shrubs? These big, nasty, volatile looking shrubs. That's sorted out. That's not a great sight to see. I can see some flies outside. Interesting, isn't it? Well, not the best, of course. And because it's spring, alongside the nasty and volatile shrub that needs to be cleaned up by the landlords, and because it's springtime, look at the hedgerows. They are now regenerating lots of new, fresh buds of leaves. Quite nice, isn't it, when you have that going on here, eh? And there's even more as well. Some of them have started to dry up. A bit of nasty looking brown leaves, which they're not that nasty. They've actually seen a bit of wear and tear and stress. I think that's what they're all like when they go through a period of time where, things have gone completely wrong. Well, not really wrong, but that's the way nature works. Maybe, I'm pretty sure if it was a long drought, then they would probably just die out. Well, mainly leaves, but also just little bits of their twigs and sticks and branches and things. Quite amazing, wonderful things around spring, isn't it? How much could I really much say about this period of time? Man, I can't really say things properly here. And amazingly, because of the wet weather we just had so far, we've actually got so many different things, all sorts of leaves and bits of grass and dandelions. I mean, dandelions are quite common. And considered weeds, they're actually quite fascinating, which is quite interesting considering as we go towards the middle and the late part of spring, we'll see why around April and May and also summer. I'm quite curious about that. And actually on the top part where I am at the moment, I can start to see a lot of trees. They have just started to regenerate some buds out, ready to, I think this is a sycamore tree. Or a maple tree. Please correct me if I'm wrong here, because I remember seeing those big, wide, green looking shaped leaves, and there's a pigeon. I think it's a wood pigeon, obviously. Geez, the sky outside actually does remind me of summertime, even though we are still in quite a very cold and comatose state at the moment here. I think we've got a big weather systems. I think we've got cold weather up north, you know, snow, especially up in Scotland, of course. And I can see, oh, is that a goldcrest? I wonder what that bird is. Is that a goldcrest? I can just see it. It's just frolicking around across through this little bare bone hedgerow. Quite interesting seeing a little goldcrest. They're quite seldomly found next to bird feeders. They really do rely on whatever diet they seem to feast upon. I can just see the of this little bugger right here. But it's a lovely one. It's a very lovely little bird. You see the movement of that thing. Oh yes, I can just see it cleaning. Going up to the end. This bird is bold and brave enough to come along and visit towards the garden. Quite nice, isn't it? Very nice subtle movements. I can't show you the whole thing properly. Oops, I just hope that the frame of my videos is not jittery and somewhat extrapolated, because I don't want it to get it sloppy, of course. I do mention about the technical problems that my tablet has. And that was a parakeet that was chirping. Oh, I can just see it. There it is. And there's actually, oh look, there's actually two of them. All perching up towards the fir tree. And it looks like the goldcrest has actually gone towards the other side. A little bit of bird watching this time. Oh, that's pretty nice. Oh, and there's actually two of them. Never thought there's actually two goldcrests right over in my backyard garden. Usually they're quite very solitary birds. But because it's spring, man, I just saw two of them. That's very nice to know which one of these is male and or female. They really do cling on towards innards of hedgerows and bushes and things, and you know, that's their little habitat that they really have to depend upon. That's quite nice to see. Little bits of hedgerows, like so. I just want to walk a little bit slowly because I don't want to make them nervous or spook them. I just don't want to startle them. It's quite amazing seeing a few goldcrest birds, and I can just see one. That's on the move. I'm not sure how much I can really see it clearly, but there's a bit of subtle movement from the little goldcrest here. That is wonderfully cute. Absolutely cute. I don't think you can see it properly, but this is a very nice looking, very nice bird. In fact, it does look quite very interesting. I can't really see the bird that close, but it's wonderful. Really, really wonderful bird. And I'm going to go up towards the other side here, I can just see, oh, there's the facial designs of this beautiful pair of goldcrests. There they are. It looks like, I don't know, I'm thinking that, I think I can just see two of them. It's wonderful, isn't it? Oh, sorry, I think my screen just went bright, hey? That was not actually of that screen. I think that bird just straightforward flown off. That was ended. But anyways, oh, I can just see it. There's the little goldcrest. See that little head? There's a seagull squawking in the background. Yeah, I can just see the little head actually moving a bit, and the frame is getting a little bit jittery here, Oh, okay, I need to look closely here. Coming a little bit out. There it is. Oh, I can just see it perching. Oh, look at that. Just a stunning close-up. Could have actually added that thumbnail on YouTube. It'll probably get a few views. Not billions of views, because, hey, necessary. But hey, of course, I'm going to talk about this menacing piece of crap right in front. That is the blackberry shrub. And as I said so many times before, yeah, needs to be highly eradicated. And yes, the birds might get injured, which is also another consequence. But let me just go ahead and basically traverse into somewhere a little bit much more safe. And of course, yes, I'm going to evade the attack that these shrubs are planning. Right, up we go up towards here. I can start to see all kinds of different bits of life coming right up. Let me just go a little bit closer just to see what's going on here. I can see a rose. I think it's a rose. It almost looks like as if the rosebud had failed to blossom. Not a great sight. And I can also see a pretty bone-looking tree with its buds. It looks like it's been tarnished by the storm, which is not really a great sight to see. A lot of bird watching today. I would have never ever thought... Oh, there goes the parakeets. There they go. There's pigeons and parakeets. It's a nice mixed bag of birds. Never thought that the parakeets would startle the pigeons as well too. Pretty interesting. I'm not sure if I can go even further than that. Yes, I can start to see... Oh my goodness me. We've got more catkins right here. We've got a big chunky one, which looks like this. And I wonder how they're going to disperse all those seeds, because I'm not sure. Hey, to disperse all these seeds, man, you got to have a really good piece of soil. You really need to have a really good, decent area for them to actually, I don't know. It's so strange, isn't it? Let me just pour out the water out, because man, I tell you what, because of the deluge, look at the soil. It's actually gone groggy and muddy. That's not what I was actually expecting, but yes, that's how it feels. Well, I'm just going to go downstairs for a bit. Oh, man, there's some ivy here. Goodness me, I don't know why haven't I not speaking that so well so far throughout the rest of this whole video. I'm just going to jostle my way back. Gently, of course, without hurting myself down. I'm just going to traverse slowly and carefully through this treacherous looking part of the garden. And here I am back again. Yeah, I never thought that these cats would appear in clusters. That's actually quite very nice to know. Never thought I'm seeing so many of these red-looking things just clustering across through the backyard garden. Now that is just amazing, seeing so many bits of, I don't know, catkins. I don't know which tree is responsible for dispersing these weird-looking, red-looking catkins. And if I'm looking closely, there's actually a bird that's right over here. Now that's actually quite nice, seeing a bit of a bird's nest like so. That's actually quite nice. I'm not sure about seeing how birds nest. I've been like, it's quite interesting nests. Usually I think of them, nesting on trees, but it looks like there's a that's been built over a gradual period of time. Now I'm not sure which bird builds this nest so much, because I'm recording this video around mid-March. Now which bird... Please tell me right down in the comments below of which bird would you say has built this nest as early as back as February or March, or maybe January, because obviously nest building can really depend if... Shut up, crows! We're trying to make a goddamn video. I'm sort of thinking about which bird actually nests here during February and March, and the crows are everywhere. It's crazy, isn't it? The crows seem to be a complete another joke when they are part of the video, because they just keep on going, ah, right? Anyway, so yes, please tell me below of how much you could really say about this bird's nest. And actually, there is something I didn't even realise. Actually, let me go back to catkins for a while here. Remember I said about these catkins, these red, strange looking, I don't know, bee abdomen looking things? And I'm hopefully not going to get prickled by these stupid spikes. Oh my crockies! I need to go really slowly here, because I'm being prickled by a goddamn spike. Man, what is going on with this backyard garden here? There needs to be decent mandatory trimming of this flippin' shrub. Oh my crockies, this is absolutely appalling management here in my backyard garden. I feel like I need to come along and grab a flippin' pair of scissors to try and trim it down, but the rest of it, I just can't get rid of it, because look at that. Look how bulky this area here is. Tucked at the back. This bulky stem needs to be trimmed off. Okay, I need to relax myself, but here is the resource of all of this stuff has been coming through. Of course, I can start to see a branch of a fir tree, the big one right here. And if I go a little bit closely, you have to see some of these red things that are right over there on that fir tree background. Can you see these things? I'm pretty sure these are the things that this tree has perfectly. I don't think these are pine cones. I think these are catkins. Now, I might be wrong. Is this the correct tree that has dispersed all of this red stuff towards right here in my backyard garden? Please tell me about it. Mind you, there's just so many mysteries, so many different origins and roots that I've got no idea of what I'm looking at in the backyard garden, because it's just so interesting just to see so many different things along here. And of course, as I'm starting to see so many dead bits of nasturtiums. Honestly, I could have actually used that to make more compost, you know? That would have been very good. I could have probably thought of making my own bits of compost and then shoving it straight over into my other garden plants. That would have been nice, wouldn't it? Maybe compost. I don't know. I'm just probably seeing it totally the other way around. Anyways, I'm going to leave this video here. It's probably as long as it gets. I'm going to straightforward go upstairs and do some more work because I've got some toy views to come up. If there is another delayed upload event, I can just take a break and just do something else. But then, hey, that's going to be about it. So, if you really enjoyed this pretty inaccurate tour of my backyard garden, and also a bit of bird watching because we saw a lot of birds, if you really enjoyed this video, please give this video a very good like, subscribe for more such videos in the future, and as always, thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.